All right. Good evening. Okay. So I just want to go over today and how I really effed up. How I really effed up and how I'm going to adjust. Okay. So it looks better on the 30-minute, in my opinion, or I'm sorry, the 30-second. But this is what happened today. Holy moly. Holy shit. That is absurd. Wow. All right. So on the hour for today, I was wanting to target last week's new week opening gap, which is right here. And then we had a fair value gap under that as well. Okay, so I then proceeded to go to my 15 to watch market open, and we did at 9:30. And this is the move that we would have had at 9:40. Okay, because I don't take trades before 9:39. I trade 9:40 and after. So this was 9:40, and that would have been my entry. Okay, and it was just, dude, this is how I'm going to adjust. Okay, this is like the whole plan. If I'm not on my charts, at minimum 9:30, I am not allowing myself to trade. Today I showed up to the market, or to my charts, and it was at like 9:12 or 9:15 or something. I was super late. I'm trying to just make sure I got the right display capture on. Super sloppy on my end, right? So it looks really clean on the 30-second. Okay, I just want to look at the 30-second. I'm not really looking to enter off the 30-second, but this was permissible with today's context, right? So today, what did we do? If we're just looking like, let's say we got on the charts at 9 o'clock, we had 30 minutes to analyze until market open. So what did we do? We manipulated the high. A bunch of buyers got in, and then bam, we closed below, and we sold off to this range. At that point, look at this candle. This is a 41-point candle. Everybody's saying, oh my gosh, we're about to go lower and we're about to have a great trade, early trade, right at market open. So we closed below that range and we close above. So we have closed above this range now. Okay. So we close above. We then come down and take out the rest of the liquidity that is resting right in here. And as soon as we do that, we displace. Okay, that is my A++++ entry. I was just unprepared today. Yes, I will admit I was unprepared today. I was not ready for this, and this would have been. We would have passed the challenge today. We would have had a great trade today. I'm not psychologically. I gotta quit saying, "Oh, I was going to pass this challenge. I was going to pass it today." That's not the point. The point is that I missed a great opportunity, and I did not stick to plan. I was not prepared. I was not at my best self today. So exactly what happened was we manipulated, closed above this range, closed below again one more time, and then one candle, two candle. That right there is perfect displacement. That is the A++ entry because we had manipulation. We have manipulation, distribution, or my bad, manipulation, which is right here and right here. That's what we did to gather liquidity. Now we're about to burst some direct in either up or down. Then what do? We displace with beautiful price action. These two candles is what I'm referring to. And then with context, I love the trade because we have I think it was it was either a 1 or 3 minute fair value gap resting above here. And then was it a valuable trade? Yes, I would have been risking 43 points. So I would have had to size down from 15 lots to maybe 10 or maybe even 5, depending on what the price was of that risk. So we then expand up and we hit it to the absolute tick. To the tick. Okay. And it has taken me years to get to this level. Okay. But the point is, that was a 171 point move that I missed out on because I did not get on my charts in time. I was still analyzing what was going to happen at 9:40, which was when the move happened. Okay. So I just want to go back down to the 1 minute. That was perfect entry. And those two displacement candles are in this one candle right here. That would have been the move. Okay. Or we could have waited for the retracement back to this fair value gap and entered off of here. Stop loss could have been like right below here, whatever. So that's what we do. Then upon this range, it looks better on the 30-second again. So let's just go and look at these two the highest bodies right there, connecting bodies. We close above, we sweep, or we tap into the fair value gap. We close below. One more time. All right, we close below, and now we have another A plus entry. This is a very rare day for me to have two setups back to back. And we could have targeted this fair value gap, or we could have waited until it crossed the 20 EMA. Let's say that we held out. We could have held on longer. Still didn't cross until right here. That's the only time I use moving averages is while I'm in the trade because that is an edge. It helps you stay in the trade longer. Because worst case scenario, we came down here and we hit. You could get out at 85 points at the end of this candle. Or you could have waited for the retracement. This could have been break-even trade, second trade for the day. I would be happy with another break-even trade with another opportunity that the market gave me. So let's just say hypothetically we held until we crossed it. That would have helped us. Let's say hypothetically we just got out the fair value gap. That would have helped us secure another 15 points, 16 points. So that is a 1 to 4 risk to reward trade and another 1 to 3.5 risk to reward trade. All right. And that would have been from 9:40 to 11:30. So yeah. So what am I going to do to adjust, or to how am I going to adjust, right? So the new rule that I'm placing on myself is if I'm not on my charts at 9 o'clock, the latest, if I'm not on my charts at latest 9 o'clock, I'm not trading because I need time to analyze. I need those 30 minutes to really, really analyze. And it only takes 30 minutes, to wait for that 9:30 candle that I like to see. So that is the rule that I'm placing on myself. So also I want to get into some psychology about prop firms. This has taken me way too long to pass. Okay, It's taking me 1, 2. I'm not counting this week. So let's go 10 trading days. Let's say 11. 26, 31, 32, 33. This has already taken me 33 days, and I've not passed this challenge. You are supposed to pass the challenge within 2, maximum 3 weeks. Okay? We have had more than enough chances to pass this trade. Okay? Because if I was risking $700 right here, that would be a $1,500 win plus. If I was risking $700 right here again, that would be $1,500 plus, maybe $1,800 plus. And then this right here would have most likely washed, and I would be sitting at the 3,000 plus threshold that it takes to pass this challenge. I then BS another 2 weeks, which I could spend on another challenge, or I could have just been trading this challenge and securing profits by somewhere in here after I build my buffer up. So, what am I going to do from here? Okay, it is going to be a game of risk. And it's a part of greed to where I care about the money too freaking much. I've already told myself I need to be risking at least $600 to $700 per trade, because that gives me 3 losses. Okay, if I lose $700, I'm negative 700 in one trade. The next trade, okay, I'm down $1,400. I then have another $600 on my third trade to lose. I need to be passing this within 3 to 4 trades maximum. I would say 3 to 4 winning trades. So let's go back. How many winning days have I had? How many winning days have I seriously had? That's 1 winning day. That's 2 winning days. Saying hypothetically that these 2 days would have washed. Okay, because that's only within $60 of each other. And I did not trade this week because I had to work overtime at my job to where I could pay bills and other things. It's near Christmas, near my girlfriend's birthday, whatever. So now that's what the protocol is going to be. I'm just going to have to risk larger than I want to, and that hurts me. Why? Because I'm dead broke. I am too attached to the money, and I'm not detaching enough. I take this too personal. You know, trading is not my life. That's what I like to do, to where one day I can use this to provide for my family and for myself, plus more. So I'm going to risk higher. I'm going to risk higher. And if I really, really like a trade, it's worth risking 20 lots or 15 micro contracts, because it's saving me time. I should only have net positive 3 to 4 net positive 4 trading days, to where the minimum I would be making would be around $1,400 to $1,500. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do moving forward. I've established a new rule that I have to be on my charts at the latest 9 o'clock. Today I was at my charts at like 9:16 or something, and it bit me in my asshole today. I had 2 A+ setups at a 1 to 3 risk to reward minimum. That's 2 missed opportunities. I guarantee you there are people who passed their funded challenge today with just this one day. And that's really frustrating because, dude, I work too hard. I put too much time to be wasting time, all this time. So with that being said, my max loss limit is $50,000 because I was up like, let's see, I was up at one point 20, 21, roughly $2,200 on this account, and I fumbled the bag completely. So yeah, I was up $2,314 at one point. So going forward, I'm going to risk higher, and I'm going to get on my charts earlier. That's what's going to happen, because the psychology of prop firms is it's better to risk higher and cycle through a challenge than to wait 2 to 3 months like I have, wasting trades, wasting potential. With that being said, this right here I'm not paying too much attention because I have had some scalps. I have had some trades where I literally entered and then exited due to bad trade management. This is what I pay attention to: my average win and my average loss. It is a 1 to 3. That is beautiful. I love that. So yeah, this is where I've got to do better. I'm just too attached to the money. Why? Because it's greed. I take it personal when I should not be taking it personal. And I'm paying too much attention to the money. So with that being said, I'm gonna consistently keep showing up every single day, consistently showing up every day to back test, and consistently grow. I recently have I formulated a confirmation journal, or a checklist, to kind of help me take, or really just narrow down that A plus setup. And honestly, I need to just place the trade and watch it on like a 15-minute chart instead of a 1 minute. Because if it's an A plus setup, my confidence skyrockets rather than taking a B or C scalp. Also, I want to add some other type of model if my model is not showing up for the day, to kind of help me fill in some black days that nothing's really happening. But I'm not too worried about that right now. I need to pass this challenge in 2 to 3 weeks, maximum 3 weeks, depending on market context. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I just wanted to go over today and how I sucked ass at trading today by just not being prepared. So yeah, that's gonna be the video for tonight. I hope you guys enjoy, and peace out.